What is this project about? In the last few years, I have become fascinated with the question about end of life. Why am I so fascinated with this topic? In general, I look at different domains and I look at the wasted human potential. I look at the difference between where we are and where I think we could have been. Um, Take something like sleep. Here is where we are, here is where we could have been. Financial decision making, we're not so good, we could do much better. Hate, taking care of the environment. In all of those things, I look at the gap between where we are and where we could have been, and I think about, could we make a dent? Could we make it closer? And from all of those topics, I think that the end of life is one of the topics where it's a big gap between the way most people experience the last chapter of their life right now and where we could have been. And just to be clear, what I mean by the last chapter of life, I mean from the moment that people get a diagnosis of a terminal illness until end of life. It's slightly longer than 5 years on average. And the gap is very, very large between where we are and where we could have been. And not only is it a big gap, I think it's within our grasp to fix it. Think about hate. There's lots of hate in the world. I wish we could do something about it, but I don't know how. Global warming, lots of things we should try to think about how we do better, but not within the realm of social science, and I don't feel it's really within our grasp. End of life, I think we could do. Last chapter of life, I think we could do much better. But the topic is vast and complex, lots of nuances. So I am on this journey of trying to understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, what are some of the barriers, what are some of the mistakes. And this is where I'm going to collect information and share it. So if you want to participate, you want to either learn what I'm learning, you want to contribute, you want to share your own stories, that will be fantastic. So on to the journey with the hope of learning something about this last chapter of life and how could we make it better. And I have one more hope. And the other hope is that by examining this very important chapter at the end of life, we might also get some insights about the other chapters of our life. Maybe if we understand some of the mistakes we do and we should stop doing in the last chapter of life, we'll also learn about what we could do in our earlier chapters. So that's the hope.